What I want to cover a little bit this afternoon, and then Sarah Noah, one of our sales reps, will take care of, is the flip side of the bad news. The good news is it's probably not going to take long, and we'll give you a break or whatever's on the agenda next. But I began with Sonic Equipment Company a year ago this week. My background was not VA or drive-in business. I've worked in manufacturing for Gates Rubber Company for 18 and a half years, and then I worked for Russell Stover's Candies for 10 and a half years in human resources and management production. So this has been all new to me, and I've had the opportunity to look back at my last year and assess my decision to make this type of a change, career change in my life. Did I do the right thing? And so I reflected on that here a couple weeks ago, and here's what I came up with. And I got to thinking about the company. Sonic Equipment started in the 70s as Sonic Sign. There was one individual who hired an individual. They were owned and still is a part of B&B Theaters out of Liberty, Missouri. And they decided what they were going to do is that they were going to do the service tech work for B&B Theaters. And then next thing you know, they decided, well, we're going to go get this little small theater in western Kansas, and we're going to do an installation there. The thing started to grow, and here's how it grew. From the 70s with 2 employees to 8 employees in the year 2000 to 54 employees today. And so the thing just kind of took off. And so what I do for them is I started out by building a database to track all the information on what all these sites had so we could stay in tune with our customer. And then after that, Eric decided, well, we need to start looking at quality assurance manager, so I wore that hat. Then I did customer service manager, I wore that hat. And here I am today, and I'm not sure what hat that really is that I'm wearing, but I made a trip through Texas this week, and so what I do is a lot of site surveys. I collect data, bring it back to the group, and they put a bid together, and that's the way it works. Back to my reflection on this company, I can tell you, there are people in this company, 54 strong, in some cases may not seem like a lot, but what I've admired about the group that I work with is there's 54 people that are really truly passionate about what they do, and they want to do it right. And I'm comfortable with that. It's been a great group of people to work with. We have, totally we've installed 500 digital screens. This year we went over 200 and some digital screens that we've installed in theaters, 6 of those being drive-ins. Big Sky in Midland, their 3 screen, we did theirs. We did Lubbock Stars and Stripes, and we did a drive-in in Moberly, Missouri. And I'm currently making rounds and talking to at least 8 to 10 theaters, drive-ins, also along with the theaters that we're working with. We have 20 techs, 14 of those are trained, and Scott pointed out, you know, should I do this myself, should I not do this myself? We've got our techs go through an annual training, recertification with Christie, NEC, Barco, GDC, Do-Re-Mi, Dolby, and they have certifications for all those servers and those projectors. We handle all 3 of those projectors and all of those servers. I believe we did Christie and Do-Re-Mi and at Big Sky, and also Stars and Stripes in Lubbock, Texas. Scott also touched on something as far as working or dealing with the equipment. One of the things that we do, and we have been real involved with Christie Knock. The other thing that we do is we also have the capability to go in and remotely work on that with Christie, an agreement that we have, either their techs or our techs. And so in those situations where we have the Christie Knock, we can address those also remotely from our location. So if we have a customer that has notified the knock, what we ask our customers to do then is to immediately let us know, give us the case number, let us go in and take a look at it. We work with Christie, but we feel like by doing that, our customer is going to get that support from 2 different sources, and there may be times that we can get in and do that remotely and take care of it, whatever that might be. I think the one issue that maybe we had, the big one at Big Sky, was we had a situation with the Do-Re-Mi server, and when all came down, We was scrambling, wanting to air freight a part out there to get them back up and going. It's actually an IP address, was not entered properly. And it was found by that resource of being able to go in there and say, that's not a correct IP address. That's all that the problem is for your situation. That's all I really have, and I know we're going to have time for questions and answers later. One other thing I did want to mention, they've been talking about the concern when you have an investment in a projector and a drive-in, and you should be concerned about the climate control that you have to take care of that. We are on the very verge, almost agreement. We'll be announcing it at the first of the year, and that's why I can't give a lot of details because we're working with another company. We've got a blanket type device that we've developed that'll slip down over the projector. It's got the thermostat controls and all that in there to handle the range so that you don't have to move your projector through the winter in those cases. Now, some of you in the warmer climates don't have as much of that, but I know I've talked to drive-ins in Indiana and Illinois and Wisconsin and Michigan. They have a little bit more concern there than maybe some of the southern states, but that will be announced February, looks like January, February next year, and we'll have it available for the market. So we do have that coming also.
Thanks.
Sarah?
Well, I'm Sarah Noah, and I started out working in movie theaters when I was in a movie theater when I was 16, and pretty much guess I'm a lifer, but now I sell the equipment. And Sonic also does, we sell and service popcorn machines and concession equipment, anything to do with the movie theater. We can help you find products, and we can service the equipment too. My goal as a person in sales is to help the movie theater owner find the best product. We try to keep up with all of the technology, and so to stay on top of that at the best price and the best operating costs down the line. So we will come and visit your site, do a site survey, and I don't believe that there is any cost. I mean, we've had it written in our terms, but we've only charged one person, and that was because they insisted that we charge them because we came out. But it's part of our job, and we like to come out and visit you in person. So if you're interested in more information or just having us come out and speak with you one-on-one at your theater, give us a call. Our cards I saw are on the handout, and we'd like to make ourselves available to you. And after the install, the techs that install your equipment, they make sure that before they leave, that your staff has a training session, that you're comfortable with the equipment, and you can consider yourselves fully trained. We are available on the phone. You can call into our office, Monday through Friday 8 to 5, and if you're on the service contract, you have a tech who is reachable night and day, 7 days a week on his cell phone. And what else was I going to tell you? I just lost my train of thought.
On the same thought is we currently are in 21, going on 22 states from West Virginia, and we have a lot of techs that like to go down by Key Largo in Florida, but we can't always send them on that service run, but there's a big argument about it most of the time. So from Key Largo, Florida to West Virginia, a lot into Colorado now. I was on the Gulf Coast this week, so and I spent a lot of time in Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, and we're seeing a lot of growth in those areas also in Ohio. So
yeah, and we're going to have a remote tech in Wisconsin who's actually going to be living in Wisconsin, and Colleyville, Texas. We have a remote tech now in Missouri. What town is that, Missouri?
It's over by St. Louis,
yeah.
Wildwood, and then we're going to put a remote tech in Ozark, Missouri, and then of course located in Wisconsin.
We have plans to continue to branch out and to plant the techs closer to the customer, so that it doesn't take that long to get to you to fix you. So even if we are home offices in Kansas, we are trying to plant the techs in your area.
If you want to be a tech in Key Largo, you need to do some online. Probably won't work.
I guess, if I have anything that I remember, I'll answer it in the question and answer, but feel free to call us anytime, or, we'll make ourselves available to you. Well, thank you very much for coming.